Hiya! CK popping in today. I hope you're doing well and swell. So first of all, I want to just give a huge thank you to anyone who was able to participate in these contests. I just want to first of all give you a huge kudos and just give you a big old high five, pat on the back if you were able to make something original and took this somewhere. Because that's what these contests are for. I'm hopeful that my channel can kind of act as a soapbox for young and up and coming artists to be able to share their work, and give you guys a place where your name can be seen, because I desperately wanted that for myself when I was starting out. So anyway, I wanted to just give you a huge thank you. I could ramble and gush, but just a brief overview of what these are about. Every single quarter of the year, being September, my birthday month, December being this contest specifically, March and June, I release one of my pictures to the community. So you guys get the chance to work off my line art, try something new, or just experiment and learn something. And there's never any pressure. If you miss the boat this round, that's okay. It's totally fine. The nice thing about these contests is, while the contest is live, you are welcome to just download the art and save it for later. I am happy to look at any revisions or whips along the way. If you want to just send me stuff, it doesn't have to be before the deadline. But if you are able to make the deadline cutoff, this is what these are for. So to give those that made the deadline the respect and recognition they deserve, and to give maybe some feedback and critiques on your art, because we only can grow if we can learn from other people. We didn't quite hit it for this round, but the threshold ideally is to have at least 10 entries so we can unlock the prizes. And granted, prizes aren't, super important. The journey is the reward, but I still want to give you something physical to enjoy. So third place would be you get highlighted again in the next contest showcase, as well as, if it is available, the bonus sketch / line art for the next contest. Which in this case would have been Snowgrave. I have a small rough sketch ready to go and you would receive that. Second place would be a bonus line art sketch bundle to a previous contest picture, probably being the Prophecy, the one that we did last for September, as well as the previous tier. And then finally, first place would be a digital art resource pack, being any brushes, textures, or unreleased sketches, anything that I worked on basically throughout this entire project, would be given to you at the end, as well as all of the previous prizes. So invite people, let them know, so we can get as many as we can in here next time. So anyway, with that aside, let's get started. We're going to go in the order I received them. So the first one we have is from Frost Effects. Oh! And I love. What I'm so happy about with this picture is I love that they took the chance to do it again. They didn't just take my line art one-to-one and copy it over. They redrew it. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. I love that. And I love Chris's face here. I really do. The juxtaposition of their light and dark row face kind of getting meshed a little bit. That's what I love to see. And then another example of that picture being up close, they sent me the solo of Chris's picture as well. So again, not a one-to-one copy. That's what I love about this. It's their own style, their own take with my sketch. So something that I like to offer critique sandwiches. So, you're figuring out the form as you go, and that comes with experience, that comes with time, but a lot of the shading is really soft. And that's totally fine if that's how you want to render things. As we learn the tools and the software that we're working with, maybe we're not super comfortable with it yet. It doesn't feel quite like home yet. Totally fine. Figure it out as you go. But a really nice thing that a lot of artists sometimes do to add contrast is to have sharp highlights and sharp shadows mixed with soft highlights and soft shadows. So if there's a way you can play with that contrast, it would make it a little more interesting to look at, versus everything overall is a general tone of this shading. And another thing as well is, is there a clear light source? In the previous picture, it seems like the light source is coming from behind, which would mean that some of Chris might be in silhouette. But these are things that you figure out as you go. So you're welcome to completely take all of what I say with a grain of salt and ignore me. or, you know, add it to the next thing you decide to do. But I really, really love how you made this your own and you completely remixed the color scheme to fit your style. That's the whole point of these. So fantastic job, Frost Effects. Go follow them on Blue Sky. Fantastic job, friend. Next up, we have at the Wonder Dog Carter. And I'm really, really proud of how they, again, didn't copy me. I'm more proud of you if you completely do something original, because then you're making it you. You're making it yours, not me. Don't copy me. Don't be me. Be yourself and create something from scratch. So they basically took the Ralsei sketch I gave them and turned it into, I think she had mentioned this is an AU that she made for her art. This is basically ratted Ralsei again. But I love that it's just their character, just her character. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your pronouns. I'm sorry. One thing that I would like to add is I really love the texture of how you added this blood splatter. It is a drastically different texture than everything else so far, which is lovely because we're drawing attention to it, obviously. However, because it's positioned by itself in the top right corner, I really do like that as well. The placement of the character adds something as well. It doesn't always have to be in the center to catch your attention. Something like negative space is really nicely utilized here. Even using your name, negative space, does a lot of work without anything in it. I think it would be really lovely if we could see a little bit of shading or a little bit of shadow, maybe a little bit more effects happening up here, because our eye should be looking at the tear and the blood stain that's going on this character's face. And then perhaps, if there was time or ever any impetus to do so, add a little bit of shading. But if we're just experimenting and figuring things out, fantabulous job, my friend. It's beautiful. And again, congratulations on making this yours. Don't copy me. I don't want you to copy me. So awesome job. High five, friend. And then for now, the last one on the list so far was by the Scribbler. Oh, this blew me away. Not at all due to the skill level, but because of that they added something to this, yeah? Now granted, this is a whip, so it's not finished yet. They didn't have time to finish. But I'm so, so glad that you sent it in anyway. I'm so, so glad that you sent this. And I can't wait to see if you do decide to finish this. I really hope you do. So obviously, they added Noelle and Birdley that were not in this picture. And I love how you drew Noelle. I love how you drew Noelle. It's beautiful. Your style really kind of meshes with mine, and it's gorgeous how you shaded her hair. They're perfectly paralleled with Susie and Noelle. And this actually isn't their drawing. This is, I think, an image that they found online. And I fact-checked it. I was hoping to also find the artist that made this sad Birdley. But I think, unfortunately, the artist that made him either deleted their account or no longer exists, so I can't give kudos to them. If you happen to know in the comments who this artist is, please let me know. I want to make sure credit is given to those who deserve it. This picture actually changed how I decided to light Susie, in all honesty. I was having the light source from the top down, just like this picture, but I decided to change it, and I wanted to have the light source coming in from the center. And again, this is a whip. You can still see my hand in there. But, you know, again, no shame. The kudos to the artist who still made the cutoff at the end of the day. But because of how you placed the block of shadow, I changed how I adjusted mine. So props to you, man. Thank you. The one thing I would like to add, as much as I love your Noelle, oh, I love her. I love her. I love her. I love her. Something that immediately stuck out to me was, in a way, this is really lovely that you added so much to the composition, but now it kind of feels like there's no room for it to breathe. You know what I mean? Like, negative space does play a powerful story as well with that space that's hidden. There not necessarily has to be things. And this is something I struggle with too. I feel like I have to fill up the whole page with stuff to keep your attention, but a lot of times less is more. And I'm a huge hypocrite because when you see my version, it's not in this video, but I also have a problem with that. So we'll work on it together. But yeah, negative space really does play a powerful story. So I would love it if there was a way you could somehow have, like, maybe Noelle is overlapping this hand and she's a little bit smaller, but we can still see her. and Birdley maybe in front. It depends on, again, the relevance of the story. These are all, you know, the characters at the end of the day. Depending on how you want to frame them, Chris is our protagonist. You have your secondary characters being Susie and Ralsei, and then third tertiary characters being Noelle and Birdley. If you were to play with that dynamic of first, second, third, placement-wise, where else would you put them, you know? And again, people in the comments, please, if you have suggestions for our friends as well, how they could improve their work or how you would do something, how would you change it? How would you approach this? All of us basically are answering the same question. I give you the start, you finish it. And as long as we're all respectful and friendly in this community, I'm going to keep these going as long as I can. Just, of course, credit your sources, be respectful to your artists, and let them know where it came from. That's all I ask, all right? So, thank you so much to those that participated, but we're not done yet. No. I wanted to also give respect and kudos to those that participated in the last contest when we first started this up. The Prophecy was my first picture really coming back. I was on hiatus for like 6 years. A while. And basically everybody that participated in this contest really went all out. So don't leave yet because there are some juicy ones in here. So let's get started, shall we? So this was for September's contest, and the speed paint, of course, for that picture is up, but I wanted to give some special time to them because they really went all out. I mean, this picture, look at this! Glass! Oh my gosh! Wow! Look at the difference of what I did and what they did. It's not night and day, but it's very much their own thing. Eureka! That's why we do what we do. That's why I do what I do. I am so proud of this individual for taking something and basically going, wow, that's a cool idea. I'm going to start from scratch with it, though, because I want to try making that. I love that. Flip it on its head and do your own thing. Beautiful. The way that the lighting is framing Chris's face, it's the brightest part of the picture mostly. There is a little bit of competition going on with some of the lights in the picture, which make it a little bit confusing somewhat to see where my eye goes first, and that's when I kind of talk about first, second, and third reads, but it really is a minor nitpick because the brightest part you can see the starkest amount of contrast, that bright red against that dark blue. Stunning. I love this. This is beautiful. And then you can see also in the glass Susie's hand coming down, Ralsei's hand coming up. There really is a complete contrast of how they approach this picture. Same idea, but different answer. Good job! And I should also add, this picture specifically, they made a speed paint for it. Go watch them. They make speed paints on their channel. I'm positively so proud of them. It's fabulous. So, mwah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful job. Next up, we have the Robo Cookie. I love your name, by the way. And this actually is a picture from when in an earlier phase of this picture. I initially had the line art for Ralsei and Susie before I went back in and thought, no, I want actually panels in there. So they took the original line art and made this. And I love, 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 love how they shaded this. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Very clear. One first read. Where are we looking? The smokiest, darkest part of the picture right up against the brightest part of the picture. The glass panels right against that black background. Can't miss Chris. And then everything else is kind of framing it. Colors also do play a powerful story in how composition and reads go. I want to go back really quickly to the glass cage, the glasses picture, because a lot of what I'm like, color complements each other. The purple and red go really well together, but because they're both very strong primary colors, it's a little hard to kind of gauge where to look at. And I could say the same for this picture. There's a lot of lights in this picture, which is nicely contrasted to that black, but that's why it's really nice to play with different hues, but also with different values in those hues. Can your, maybe Susie's dress back here, sure, it's the color of, I think, maybe close to her color palette in the game, but maybe because it's distracting a little bit from Chris's scarf, could this be a little darker? Could Ralsei's green be a little bit lighter or darker? You know what I mean? Again, take what I say with a grain of salt, adjust things as you learn them. There is no, rule or book here, but I love how you decided to take this and you made it your own. And just other little details that I notice as well. Like there's like the crack in here kind of becomes like a trail of blood as well. It's not intentionally, I don't think, blood, but just like I love that crack that kind of looks like it's coming off of her broken hand. This is really nice. So anyway, lovely job, Robo Cookie. Go follow them on Instagram. IG is at robo_cookie. Tony B made this wonderful piece, another wonderful take on the same picture, the prophecy. So similar thing that I'm going to say right off the bat. They didn't use my line art. They made their own thing. Air 5. Way to go, friend. And I also really love like the pool texture you added to this too, which I believe you drew yourself. Maybe it's a texture, but it looks like maybe it is a texture, but I love that it complements really nicely that intention. And the glass panes are still kind of coming in here. You can kind of start to see where I had made those lines in sketch form. I just didn't apply them in line art yet. And you found your way in there to add those glass panes. What I really like about this as well is it is the closest, I think, to the game accurate colors, which is you have bright red heart. Can't miss that soul. Because it is the most saturated thing in this image, everything else is kind of lower saturation. Maybe the blue of the prophecy in the background still is kind of deep blue, but it's overruled by that red. And therefore, I can't miss it. I know exactly where I'm looking first thing off the bat. And then from Chris, I can see other details that are secondary. Oh, I love also the way you added the text at the top to save the world. There is only one way. I had a different caption for the prophecy, and you made it your own. So I just love that anytime I see somebody doing something different than what I did, make it original, and that makes me so much more happy. Stop! Cats are catting, sorry. So, fantabulous job, Tony B. I'm so proud of you. I think we have one more, though. Oh, yes. And you know what? I didn't see this at the time, but it kind of gives me Amazing Digital Circus vibes. Anybody else? I actually still haven't seen that series. I know I should. Yell at me later. But hey, I love it. And, oh, another person who did their own thing. Brand new sketch, brand new line art and illustration, brand new rendering, brand new everything. Fantastic. And wow, that soul is really gushing on Chris. Oh, poor baby. They're not doing well. Yeah, I kind of hurt Chris a lot in my picture too. Oops. Not oops. Not at all. So what I also love about this, but I'm probably going to say the same thing as well, is there is a lot of color play in here. Red and blue vibrate against each other. As they're mostly primary colors, they are very strongly like, it looks like the colors are just going to reverberate off the screen at you, which is great if you want to grab people's attention, which it does. Absolutely it does. And there is some shadow in here. I love that you gave it a little vignette as well on the corners as well. And it really does kind of exemplify what I initially saw in this image was Ralse and Susie were reflections in the cracked glass before I officially changed it to make them panels in a prophetic like stained glass way. So they're dimmed a little bit to let Chris shine. And the primary colors being red, blue, and yellow, you really can't miss the most important parts. So in your style, I really like how you decided to go and make it your own. I love how this red prophecy sticks out like a sore thumb against that beautiful blue glass. And it kind of nicely contrasts everything because it really does tell us another story of what Chris is feeling, what is the story telling us, what's actually going on versus what's being told to us, the hidden meanings beneath things. So again, I just wanted to give attention to these beautiful pictures that made it in the first contest, and I'm so proud of you. So without further ado, I'm going to wrap things up, but I just wanted to let you know, don't worry at all if you missed the contest this round. The next one is coming up in March, and we're going to be doing Snowgrave for that one. And I should probably apologize in advance. If you haven't noticed, all of my work is basically deltarune and undertale coded. I'm a huge fan of Mr. Toby Fox and those universes. So I have on deck Snowgrave And June is most likely going to be Lightner's Live. We'll reassess when we get to June, but I think I'm locked into deltarune for like the rest of the year and probably far after, as long as the series continues. As soon as we hear any news from Chapter 5, I can't escape. I'm locked in. So if at any point you want to participate in these contests, but you care not at all about deltarune, I apologize. I can't show you anything yet, but the cage is, as of this recording, just about done. And ideally, if I can, would like to get the speed paint out to you by next weekend. And let me tell you, this picture has challenged me in new ways I didn't know was possible, and I'm really, really excited to show you. I'm really excited to show you the speed paint as well, because I have a lot of plans for it. It won't just be a time lapse. I promise you not. It's an experience. You're going to experience the hell that Chris put me through in this video. So check back in, and the debut of the cage will hopefully be following this video next weekend. So until then, my friends, keep playing, keep loving, and keep dreaming. And I'll see you guys next time. Chowsers for now.